Hi, I'm Johnny and you're watching the Hexy Beast. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a solo review of a digital game, this game right here, Sagrada. I did do an impressions video a couple of weeks ago where I complained about the lack of a solo mode, and since then the developers have actually added the solo mode. So without much further ado, I'm going to be getting this to the PC right now. So see you in a minute. Hello, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at the digital version of Sagrada, mainly because I released a video 1 or 2 weeks ago where I had a look at the game and I complained about the lack of a solo mode, but they've added it in since. So today I'm just going to be running through a quick game of the solo mode and I'm going to be letting you know what I think at the end. I'm not going to run through the rest of the menus, we're just going to crack on with the solo game. I'm going to play on very easy, so let's get going, shall we? Okay, those of you who have seen any of my other coverage of this game pretty much know how to play at this point, but I'm just going to explain it quickly while I'm doing it. As there's a few differences in the solo mode compared to the single player mode. For a start, instead of using gems to buy your powers, in the solo mode you actually draft one of the dice and take it away from the opponent. We got some fun cards to use this time. Okay, so we're heading into round one now. As you can see, a good start. I'm going to take this blue 5 straight away. And then basically the main difference is that in the solo mode you would draft 2 die, and then whatever 2 dice are remaining, the opponent is going to take and put them onto the round tracker. Basically at the end of the game, the points that your opponent has is every pip on a dice in the round tracker. So right now I think I'm going to take the screen 2 and we'll just get on with the game, shall we? Okay, that means the enemy now only has 2 points for round 1. So moving on to round 2, let's see how we do. Oof. Okay, so we got no 4s, so blue 6. I'm going to put the blue 6 up here to make sure he doesn't get it. And I might also place this red 5 in this position. So basically each dice can be placed orthogonally or diagonally, but if they are orthogonal, they cannot have the same number or color on them. So for example, I wouldn't be able to put this blue 4 by here. So for round 3, I think I'm actually going to draft this red 4 here, and then skip through, and to take the dice off the enemy, I'm going to use this action and spend this blue 4 on it. This basically means that those 2 dice are going to get re-rolled, which will give me a purple 6, which I can actually put by here, meaning the enemy will only get 3 points in this round. Okay, so on to round 4. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Oof, we got a red 5, but luckily because it's diagonal, I can place it right there. Skip forward, now we just got to find something for the yellow 6. I can see a spot by here. I'm just going to say now, I'm probably not going to win the game. I'm literally just trying to play it quickly so you can really see how it works. I do think the game is very pretty. It looks very nice. And so let's have a look what we got here. We've got this purple 5, which I'm just going to chuck down the bottom corner. And this blue 4, which I'm just going to stick in this spot right here. I don't know, see. No, actually I'm going to put the purple 5 in. I'm going to put it by here. Okay, and then I'm going to move. And then for my second draft, which one is this? I'm just going to draft this 4 over here. And as you can see, it's looking so far so good, to be honest, because I've managed to keep the big points away from the enemy. Which is why, one of the reasons I prefer the solo mode to the normal multiplayer mode of this game, is that I feel that it has a lot more strategy involved in trying to remove the good dice from the enemy, basically. It's basically a hate drafting simulator. So we're on to round 6 now, and I definitely want to spend this green 6 somewhere, leaving him with 6 points. As you can see, one of my colours is green, so we kind of equalised on that round. Okay, we're now on to round 7. So what am I going to take now? I'm going to take this purple 5, chuck it by here. And I'm also going to try and either get this blue or red 4, but I might actually use this power just to take the dice away from the enemy. This allows me to move something in my window. Let's have a look what we got. What do we need? Oh, everything needs to go everywhere. Oh, for God's sake. Right, I'm going to move this blue 4 over here. And basically that means now I've got a red 4 which I can stick in its place. And the enemy only gets 1 point. Probably a bad idea, but I figured it's best to show you an example. So on round 8, the game's nearly over by the way. It's obvious which one I'm going to go for first, but there's no space for the purple 5. So I think I'm actually going to use this action to remove the purple 5 and to re-roll the rest of the dice. Swap it for a new die from the supply. Which one should I take? I'm gonna take out this blue 2. Oof, numbers. It's red. Trying to think what's in that corner. I can't remember. I'm gonna leave it as a 6 though. Hopefully I can draft it. Yep, there we go. I knew there was a spot for it somewhere. Okay. And now we're going to be heading into the final couple of drafts in a minute. We're hoping for those yellow dice, people. We're hoping for those yellow dice. That's the only... Ah, yes, there we go. And we got a 4, so we can just chuck it straight up there. And then for my second draft of the 9th round, I'm going to take the green 6. Leaving the enemy with 4. Now on to the final round where I'm just going to actually see if I can win the game. So I'm going to take this green 6. I'm going to place it down here. Looks like we haven't got a spot for any of these. In which case I am actually going to lose a spot. So you get to see the main difference in the solo mode is with the spots is that if you leave one you actually lose 3 points, but in this case it won't be a problem. So shall we see how the game ends? Oof, I left him some good dice. But we have got a full board, so... Fireworks, yay! Got 41 to beat. It's totaled the amount of pips. I'm hoping I can win this one. It's probably not going to happen. Because I didn't do no row variety at all. Oof, yeah, I haven't won this one. Oof, I lost. Okay, so we're just going to go back to the main menu to talk about one more thing that I thought was a really good move by the developer of this game. A lot of people have a problem with the physical version of Sagrada due to the fact that they have some color blindness. I think the colorblind mode in this game really helps improve the accessibility of the game. I think it was a brilliant inclusion, especially for people who have trouble playing the physical version of the game. It really does help make the game more accessible to more people. So anyway, that was a quick playthrough of Sagrada. I'm just going to head back to the shelf now and we're going to let you know what I think. So catch you in a minute. Okay, so that was my quick review of the digital version of Sagrada. So first of all, let's talk about the aesthetics. I really think the game looks lovely. It's been made really well. The dice look really glass. It's just a really nice presentation overall. So for that, I'm going to give it an 8. Now we're going to talk about the gameplay features. It's pretty much the same as the physical version, almost identically. I do think there's a couple of neat features like highlighting the dice you can place and stuff like that to stop you making mistakes. So also for gameplay, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Now we're going to talk about the accessibility. I think one of the things I thought was really great about this game, apart from the fact that it shows you where you can place, is the fact that it includes a decent colorblind mode. I think this is really important. I think it's one of the problems that people would have had with the physical game, and now the digital game actually solves that issue. So that's going to give it a 9 out of 10 for accessibility. That basically means that my final score is going to be an 8.3 for the solo version of the digital game of Sagrada. And without much further ado, that means we've come to the end of the video. So if you like what you see, please feel free to smash that subscribe button up there, or check out another one of my videos up here. Anyway, I've been Johnny, you've been watching the Hexy Beast, and most of all, stay Hexy everyone!